Now you got it, then what? Okay, you go and work hard to make all these millions, buy all these houses, all these cars. Okay, now they're there, they're just sitting there, but then what?
Right.
You want to just get it just to tell yourself, I have it, I own it? You know what I mean? So I think it all depends on how you look at it and what perspective of life that you decide to adapt as you move forward. Check it out, man. This your boy Akon. Check out my story on Real Leaders Magazine.
Let's start off with Akon Lighting Africa. You know, walk me through the intention behind this and how this kind of started.
Well, the Akon Lighting Africa was one of those. It started off as, honestly, just wanting to just bring electricity to my grandma's home.
Grandma's home.
You know what I mean?
Grandma needs electricity.
Yeah, you know, because you can't go home without visiting grandma.
Right.
And I got so spoiled to the way I'm used to living, you know, my warm water, my electricity.
Yeah, sure.
And mom, she still lives in the village, you know, and this is like 20 years later. This place looked the same it was when I left.
We talked earlier with kerosene lamps, lanterns. A lot of people need to run their businesses at night.
Yeah.
They can't with no electricity.
They can't.
Solar panels can do that.
Yeah.
Reduces crime in the neighborhoods.
Oh man, the impact that comes from that is endless. Like you said, you know, it definitely boosts the commerce there and the business there, because most of them have to shut down before the lights come down, you know, for the fear of being robbed or, you know, whatever the case may be. So now, because they had electricity, they can stay into wee hours of the night, making more money for their families to be able to provide.
Tell me what you're doing with the new cryptocurrency.
Oh man, the cryptocurrency I think is going to be the biggest solution for Africa and all emerging countries.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it, because the whole idea, we're utilizing it in a way of a collaboratory, you know, aspect, where any and everybody can have a vision or have a passion that the Akon can actually, you know, provide solution for. And the younger generation is our biggest target, because these guys are the most disruptive, they're the most innovative, and they have a lot more life to live. So they seeing it from a different set of lenses. And when you look at the problems in the world, there's so many of them with no solution attached to it, and majority of them is all financially based. So now if we sit down and we create a financial system that allows people to be able to literally barter and trade the basic thing as a skill or knowledge, because all that's worth something. You follow what I'm saying? But no one can really quantify what's that worth to you. But if you can attach that to a currency that's completely transparent, that's fully secure, and in a position that is actually, you know, saturated in a way to where there's an audience out there that believes the same role in how you feel and believe in understanding what that worth is, then that becomes something of value. And that's what that Akon becomes. It becomes the value to whatever that asset that you bring to this world. Money is a business. It's the biggest business in the universe.
Right.
But if you don't understand how money works, you wouldn't understand how money becomes a business.
Well, money's just value, right? It's just what we accept as the terms of exchange.
100%, because before money, guess what? You were just trading anything that you considered had value.
Rocks.
Right now, I can trade you my belt for your shoes.
Right, exactly.
And that was a transaction. But there was no interest rate in between that transaction. There was no transaction fee in the mix of that.
Right.
And that's where money becomes the business now. Yeah, I mean, my purpose is definitely for higher good. It's definitely never was money driven. Like, because you can't leave with it. And I don't believe in making millions and millions of dollars and just having it sit in the bank collecting interest when there's so much that needs to be done, so many people that could utilize that. And then my extra credit is credit from God. That's how I see it. Like, that fortune that I'm searching for is those credits to be able to walk into heaven and say I did my part and not have to be judged. Or putting that balance scale, like how it's good towards its faults. Like I want to know that I can peacefully rest knowing that I'm going to a better place. Right. And I always looked at Earth as a test for that. Like, it's like, okay, now you got it, then what? Okay, you go and work hard to make all these millions, buy all these houses, all these cars. Okay, now they're there, they're just sitting there, but then what? Right. You want to just get it just to tell yourself, I have it, I own it? You know what I mean? So I think it all depends on how you look at it and what perspective of life that you decide to adapt as you move forward.